Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. We got a pretty underwhelming pack. I think this pack is a lot of things you'd like to see later in the draft, right? Like Bolas's Citadel is a card that's great in some decks, terrible in other decks. Same with Wheel of Fortune, Elspeth, like there's a lot of things going on here. The upside of that is it kind of gives us like our choice of what direction we want to go, right? We could take Wheel of Fortune, try and have Bolas's Citadel, or Darkslick Shores come around. We could take him to Torok and go probably end up like black-red, Wheel Angrass Rampage. We could just take Sylvan Library. It's the only green card in the entire pack, so try and cut green for ourselves. And you could take like Porcelain Legionnaire. I think is just a great overall aggressive card. I did trophy my last 2 drafts in a row, so we're like somewhat playing to win. And given that, I think Porcelain Legionnaire is I think basically if you're trying to maximize win rate, Legionnaire is just the best pick because you can play the most decks. It's colorless. It's a really good rate. So we're drafting to win. I'm going to take Porcelain Legionnaire. If you're drafting for fun, Wheel of Fortune, Team to Torok are pretty good. But let's see if we can keep the trophy streak going. Just a little bit. Ancient Tomb Selfless Spirit. So basically my strategy here is I think the 2 decks with the highest win rate in Vintage Cube are Mono Red, Mono White. And then Porcelain Legionnaire, Keats is open to those. It's also good in Artifacts, which I think is like the 3rd deck with the highest win rate. So, we're drafting basically all 3 of those decks at the same time. And then as we figure out what's open and what colors, people are taking, we can hone in on one specific archetype. Or, even if we need to throw Porcelain Legionnaire into Mono Blue Control, we still can. So here we could take Ancient Tomb. We could take Selfless Spirit, try and cut off white. PM Huron isn't really a super good sign to go into red. I think I'm going to take Ancient Tomb. I think this goes into a lot of decks. And Selfless Spirit is fine, but Ancient Tomb Thundermaw is great. I like Chain Lightning. I think Ancient Tomb goes a lot better in red than it does in white. Most specifically because of the colored mana costs of white. There's a lot of white 3-drops, especially in this particular build of the Vintage Cube. There's a lot of white 3-drops that cost 2 white. So you can't Ancient Tomb them out on turn 2. Whereas the red drops like Goblin Rabblemaster, you just go Mountain Ancient Tomb, cast it on turn 2, you're good to go. So here, I think the 2 picks are Chain Lightning, 3-Bit Inspector. I'm leaning more towards Chain Lightning. I think in general red, like I said, is better with this, like Layla. Just compare Layla to any of the other white 3-drops. First of all, she's a single red, easier to cast. But then also just an insane magic card, so much better. So we're going to take that, passing Loyal Warhound, Imperial Recruiter, maybe like a Boros Signet and stuff like that. But Layla's so good. So we can put that there. Ooh, Urza's Saga, Eidolon of the Great Revel, Golos, Light Up the Stage. So the Saga is good if we end up getting power. This card is just such a good... It's insane. It's a ridiculous magic card. It's, it's just very good. I think I might want to take Eidolon for a couple of reasons over it, though. The first is to cut off red. I think if you just get mono red, it's pretty much the best deck in the cube. Mono white is comparable. And this is one of the better cards in that archetype, so I don't want it to send a signal. We could wheel Light Up the Stage, and the other thing is Urza's Saga relies on us getting power, and if we get power and we're in mono red, I think our deck's going to be good anyway. The biggest problem for us is going to be if we don't, if someone starts cutting our archetype. That doesn't appear to be the case. It's between Sulfuric Vortex and Incinerate. I guess Prismatic Vista to a lesser extent, but the best way to draft mono red is be mono red, and it's looking open. So I don't really feel the need to kind of pivot into fixing for other colors. Incinerate is a bit replaceable. I think I'm just going to take the Vortex. There are some decks that just can't beat Sulfuric Vortex. Here we can take, Steamkin versus Skullclamp. I like Skullclamp a lot more in white decks than I do red decks. It's really only good in mono red if you're playing Young Pyromancer or Seasoned Pyromancer. Basically Pyromancers. I'm going to take the Steamkin, I think. Beaumont Courier is great. Wheel of Misfortune is interesting. So I think this card is in generally quite bad, and you probably won't end up playing it most of the time unless you're the most degenerate Storm deck ever. It's also, I played it in a deck previously, but I had Banefire as my Storm win condition. So if I cast Wheel of Misfortune, my opponent pays 16 life, I could just Banefire them out of the game. So basically, I think it's only really playable if you have a burn backup. If you care about your opponent's life total, it's a fine card. I still think Beaumont Courier is better though, at least in this build. There's our Lightning Strike. Student of Warfare and Elspeth also came around, but I think we're going to stay red for as long as possible. Selfless Spirit came around too, but so did P and Kieran. So I guess now we need to decide, do we want to draft red, white, or just red? I think just red. Red seems like unbelievably open. Ooh, Raven Inspector, but we have Thundermaw Ancient Tomb. Let's play it safe. Loyal Warhound. If they control more lands than you, search the library for planes. I mean, Recruiter can grab P and Kieran, Steamkin, Eidolon. I think the Warhound is a better card, but we're just gonna cut red really hard. And this is why I said, right, that what were the two colors that I pointed as are the best in the cube? Mono red, mono white. And they're just consistently open. If you're drafting to win, this is a strategy. Because I think either choice we went with would have worked out. You saw how many white cards we wheeled in that last pack. Yeah, it just were both open. And green also appears to be open. Because Nature's Claim is actually a good card. I've definitely main decked that card quite a few times. It's 1 mana kill a thing. Like, what more do you want? Ooh, okay. Library of Alexandria, Banefire, Showdown of the Scalds. Library mono red is a bit weird. So I could take like Showdown of the Scalds, splash a bit of white. I could take Banefire and then wheel Showdown. Because Library mono red is a bit weird, but I mean, it's only one colorless land, and the upside is pretty big if we get a lot of burn. Like, yeah, if we end up going like Char, Lightning Strike, Chain Lightning, Thundermaw, I don't know. There's some matchups where this can just win you the game. If we end up mono red, if we end up red white, I may not play this card just because it's hard on the mana, and the odds of me actually activating this are just so low if I'm playing an aggressive deck. Well, hello there. This is a third pick Mox Jet. Unbelievable. We'll take that. Goldspan Dragon in the pack, just putting it out, but third pick Mox Jet. I will not complain. There's the Rebel Man. This is the card I was thinking of when I was talking about Ancient Tomb. I like that. We can wheel Fire Blast maybe, because people I don't think anyone's taking Fire Blast. I want more early drops though. I don't have any 1-drops like Goblin Guide. Lightning Bolt would be particularly helpful. Because this light up the stage is pretty awkward if you don't have the like aggressive 1 mana plays. Okay, there's a Glorybringer. There's also a Gideon. I'm getting the feeling that this is going to be more of a big red deck. So maybe the Ancient Tomb or the library will pay off. I don't think we're going to be playing the like fast 1-drops. I think we're just playing dragons, hitting them quickly. I might have to take Path, although Stonecoil Serpent is really good too. It just fills the gap. It's pretty good with Mox Jet and Ancient Tomb. Just a, turn 1 3/3 is great. I don't have a lot of removal, but yeah, I think I'll take this. I mean, Path is a really good card, but I don't really want to like destroy my mana for this. Like Dismember. Windswept Heath, if we end up getting a red-white thing, could be good too. I mean, right now I have Chain Lightning, Lightning Strike, and Char, so I have some amount of removal, and Dismember is a bit awkward when we're not, like, pressuring our opponents. Magda does give me an okay 2-drop. She does ramp me into... Yeah, we'll take Magda. She ramps me into 5-drops faster. I think in the bigger red decks, she could be good. If we get Smuggler's Copter, that's a really awesome combo. Mutavault is also another one. Ooh, okay, there's Hellrider. There's also Burgi. This isn't really a Burgi deck. I'm just going to take the Hellrider. We have P and Kieran. We have some things. Showdown of the Scalds comes around. I'll put that over here. There's kind of a few things going against Showdown of the Scalds in this deck. I think the first... Ooh, Duretti. I'm not opposed to splashing a Duretti. Could this be a mono-red Birthing Pod deck? I have Imperial Recruiter, You know what? Is mono-red Birthing Pod a thing? We have P and Kieran. We're going to get Siege Gang Commander. I'm not going to try and... I do have Mox Jet, but I'm aggro. I feel like mono-red Birthing Pod is definitely a thing. Siege Gang Commander needs to come around, though. Alright, Usher of the Fallen. So here's the thing. Basically, I wasn't really splashing Duretti anyway. Although, maybe I was. Like, Mox Jet, Blackleaf Cliffs, that could be enough to just put him in my deck for some matchups. So maybe that was just a mispick. Really, I was just hoping to live the dreams of Mono Red Pod, because I remember there was a Siege Gang Commander coming around, and we could go like Imperial Recruit. Oh. Yes! That was the best. I think that was the best possible card we could have opened. Better than Soul Ring in this deck, because you can turn 1 Rabble Master, turn 1 Layla. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Chandra, I'd love to wheel, but this is why I said Mono Red, I think, is better than Mono White, because of things like Mana Crypt, Ancient Tomb. Look at all these 3-drops. Sulfuric Vortex is the only one you can't really cast on turn 1 off of Mana Crypt. If you're playing mono white, there's so many cards you just can't play on turn 1. Yeah, we're going to take Mana Crypt and be very happy about it. We are big red. Direfleet Daredevil is okay, but I'm not playing anything else, so I'll take him. He does help my curve, so I like that. Zealous Conscripts, that's a good one. I mean, we have the mana. This is such a good curve topper. Also kind of works with Birthing Pod. Here's the perfect example, Adeline. 1 white. You go Ancient 2 Plains, can't cast it. It's just such a like limiting factor for mono white. And I don't understand why this needs to be this cost when Layla is 2 red and Layla's just way better. We're gonna take the conscripts though. This card's messed up. I don't think I'm playing these white cards. Birthing Pod I'm gonna keep on the the maybe board. Abbot of Curl keep. Just a good card. I'll play it. It's a little awkward in this deck because our curve is so top heavy, but that's okay. We can take a Hazoret. Hazoret goes really well with our fast mana. Kind of a non-bow with library, but that's okay. Grim Lavamancer is fine. This deck is kind of weird. I wish I had Dismember. I don't have like any removal. We're just kind of like fast red. But maybe that's better because then every card in our deck is proactive. I'm not playing Showdown and I don't think I'm playing Birthing Pod. Right now this is 24, so enough playables. The first cut will be... Imperial Recruiter is kind of bad in this deck. It doesn't really get anything... I guess it gets Layla. Gets Layla, Abbot, Direfleet, Daredevil... Oh, it can grab Stonecoil Serpent. Actually, I think just that synergy alone makes it worthwhile. Because it suddenly becomes a good late game top deck too. Well, there's the Goblin Guide. That or Firebolt, it's actually a little bit interesting, right? I have Chain Lightning, Lightning Strike. I think I just got to take Goblin Guide though. It's such a good turn 1 pressure play, right? You want this to be 1 mana, deal 4 to 6 damage. And then, you know, your other cards like Hazoret, P and Kieran, Hellrider can take the rest home. So if I could ask for more cards, let's say we want Lightning Bolt. 4 mana Chandra to come around would be really good. Ooh, Shrine of Burning Rage. That's so good with Ancient Tomb, Mana Crypt. Oh my gosh. I like Flametongue Yearling, but okay. We got what we wanted. Chandra's got to be better than Walking Ballista in this deck. But I would probably play both if I could. So now I can make cuts. Grim Lavamancer is actually not great in this deck, just because I don't have too many things that go to the graveyard. I'll take Vryn Wingmare as a sideboard card against Storm, but I think I'm already pretty set up against them. I like P and Kieran with Hellrider. I like both Thundermaw and Glorybringer with all this fast mana. Card I'm least sure about is Light Up the Stage, because my deck's a bit slow. But I think we're fine. Everything has haste. I mean, at this point I could just cut Imperial Recruiter, right? I have too many playables and that one's a bit slow. Soulscar Mage. Bunch of nonsense, sure. I don't think this is a Soulscar Mage deck either. I think this is like a fast mana mulligan till you get fast mana type deck. Take Solitude, I don't know. So I don't know. You could look at the mono white deck I could have drafted and compare them. I think... Ooh, these are good pickups. Cathar Commando is... Well, I guess I just don't want to play against... I'm not siding in white, so the like fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a percent chance that I play against Intrepid Adversary, I guess is worth mitigating, but we have our deck. This is 25, so I need to make at least one more cut. Well, these are 2 lands, right? So this is... No, I'm counting these as lands too, because it's all mountains. So I need to make at least one more cut. Probably just Magda, but I can play Magda turn 1 pretty reliably. It's probably just Magda. Wow, Gideon Blackblade going that late. Yeah, white would have been better. Maybe it looked like someone was taking the red burn spells. Okay, I don't... Now I don't know. Maybe the red was just not opened. Last pick Firebolt. That's certainly something. So I think I'm going to make one more cut. I think it's just going to be Light Up this stage, but it's so... Let me think. I'm thinking about opening hands that have Light Up the Stage in them. Because I don't have the fast 1-drops. But it does undo mulligans. It doesn't really work with library. I think I'm going to get rid of Light Up the Stage. Basically, yeah, I just, like, most of the time I'd rather just have the card in my hand now, rather than having to spend the mana to get the card, because I'm very red mana limited. And 26 with 16 land. Part of me feels like I want 17 lands with Mox Crypt. Well, let me look at the deck. Let's add some mountains. 12 red. These go here. Goes here, these go here. This is free, and this is like a 2-drop. So that's the curve. I feel like I might want one more land. This deck with Thundermaw, Hellkite, and Glorybringer. Because I really only have 14 land. And then Mana Crypt, Mox Jet just make me go faster. Maybe I get rid of Direfleet, Daredevil, and just sideboard it. I think I like that. Basically, there's a lot of reasoning behind this, but I just want to curve out. I'm not winning like a battle of attrition most of the time. I just want to cast myself spells on curve. So if I have an opener with like Mana Crypt Mountain and a Chandra, I would much rather draw another mountain to cast Chandra than hit like a Direfleet, Daredevil, and then wait a couple turns to hit Chandra. I just want to play my spells on curve. That includes Thundermaw, Glorybringer, as well as Conscript. So I think 17 lands with the 2 mocks, you know, effectively 15 lands is where I want to be. See you guys, round 1. All right, we're playing against Lol Holler. We are going first. I just realized this deck does not have Strip Mine, Wasteland, or Rishadan Port, which is a little bit upsetting, but we make up for it with hands like this, I guess. It's all mana. I'm going to keep. Turn 1 Shrine, I can like turn 2 a Thundermaw Hellkite is gotta be good. I just need to draw spells, and then we are in business. And if this happens to be the mono red mirror match, then we're pretty much dead. Actually, no, I don't even have to play Mana Crypt. I can go Mox Jet Mountain Shrine, so I can hold Mana Crypt in hand. Yeah, that's actually really good. And our opponent mulligans, okay. Honestly, I kind of wish I had the Wheel of Misfortune at this point. Hit him with the Shrine. Turn 2, Eidolon. I can play Mana Crypt before Eidolon. It's an average of 1.5 damage per turn. So the question is, do I rather have a... that's not what I wanted to see. And basically, if I play Mana Crypt now, I take 2 damage off Eidolon. Or if I played before, I miss 2 damage. But then I have Mana Crypt in play for an upkeep. So I think I'm actually better off waiting. I can't crack Shrine of Burning Rage if they happen to kill it, so I could be missing out on 2 damage. But this feels correct given that they led with a red-white land. My life total could matter. Okay, they take 2. Eidolon's not attacking, but that's okay. I just need to draw Glorybringer here. Or Thundermaw would be better. Chandra, any of my spells, really. Okay, I'll take Char. Yeah, let's see, I can Char. Okay, I'm just gonna pass. Char for 4 puts him down to 14, and this is gonna go up to 5. They're actually gonna take some damage. I take 3, that's fine. Ooh, Ferocidon, okay. They take some damage. So I can Char the Ferocidon, and then hit them for 2. I can Char their face, they go down to 12. This goes up to 4. I think I'm better off killing this. I take a lot of damage killing this, but I do hit them for damage here as well. That feeling when my life total is lower than theirs. Alright, we need a spell. That's going to be a lot of damage, but we'll take it. Okay, I will take that damage as well. Attack them for 4. They reveal Gideon, ally of Zendikar. So we're in a bit of trouble, but we can hit them for 7 off the Shrine. And I guess I'm going to play Ancient Tomb, so I can activate Shrine if I need to. Fire Blast is lethal. Pretty much any burn spell is now lethal, because this is going to go up to 8. And if they attack, I can hit them for a bunch. If they just play Gideon, make a soldier, I can hit them for at least 2 down to 10. And then Shrine is, you know, for 1. Oh, they have a tap land, that's even better. Oh, okay. So they go down to 10. This is just a life linker. Goes up to 8. Red spell. That'll do it. That will do it. Let's go Vortex. I'm hitting myself for a lot, so I could die to burn on my upkeep. Oh wait, no, I could just kill them right here, right now. Yeah, because I just attack. If they cast any spells, they die. They can't gain life off the adversary. I did I did 10 damage to myself that game. And I get more information about their deck. Arid Mesa, okay. So I don't think there's a thing they can do here, because if they play any spells, they take 2 and then they die. They don't gain life. Shrine just kills them. They can't Fire Blast because they don't have red. So the 2 I'm taking doesn't put me in like Bolt Fire Blast range. And let me think. So they could, I guess they could swords their own creature. So I don't want to do this pre-combat. Because I don't want them to like get a free swords. I guess they can't swords to gain life. I don't think there's anything they can do here. Okay, let's make sure I don't yield through this. Any order. They didn't even discard the Seasoned Hollow Blade. Perfect. Okay. They figured out that they are dead. Against red-white, I didn't really see much removal. Part of me could maybe want Imperial Recruiter because Beaumont Courier isn't super likely to get in for damage. So like we're playing it a little bit slower and a little bit bigger. I could see cutting Sulfuric Vortex for like Direfleet Daredevil for that reason. Oh, Grim Lavamancer. Yeah, Lavamancer in general I don't love, but we're just going to trade off a bunch and then just play the Lava Man. And that should be good. Actually, do I want Vortex? Could cut Eidolon for Direfleet. The first strike is pretty relevant. Okay, we're just going with a much leaner deck, and I think I like that. So I have no fast mana in this hand, but I think I keep... I have a Library of Alexandria in my deck, plus I have Firebolt. So I feel pretty okay about this. And Hazoret. I mean, this isn't the best Hazoret hand, but it could become the best Hazoret hand. They do nothing. I just need to get stuff in play. My head is very, you know, mana hungry on 4. I'm not going to wait around for them to like burn my face end of turn to play a Daredevil. That hurts. But again, there's not a whole lot I could have really done about that, right? Because I could wait until turn 4, but then I'm not doing anything, and then Hazard doesn't do anything, and Hellrider is worse. It's kind of strange how much lifelink they have, given that they're playing the 3-drop Menace that prevents life gain. Okay, Gideon comes down. Hopefully they just make a knight. Okay, we can char this, so they just get a knight. Then we just play Hellrider. Attack for 3. Next turn we can go Ancient Tomb Hazoret. Ooh, the Saga's pretty good. They don't have any artifacts though, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Alright, Ancient Tomb Hazoret. They don't have the red for Chain Lightning. Then we Chain Lightning. We can Firebolt next turn, so I guess I just Chain Lightning their face. Yeah. They probably Path to exile my Hazoret. But I guess we'll see. Okay, they don't have Path. Do they have like... they have to have something, right? Okay, they just took 1 damage for no reason. Alright, we'll take that. Path, yes. Yeah, if they Path before Hellrider triggers, that's just way better for them. Alright, we're in a bit of a dire situation. They have their own Hellrider. Do I Fire Blast their Hellrider? I think I do. I think I'm winning on board if I get to do that. And I can even pay for Mana Tithe. This prevents 5 damage, so it seems good. And they don't have the mana to activate Urza Saga either, so it's just going to be a 1-1 thing. Ooh. No, that doesn't do anything, right? I can steal the Urza Saga. It doesn't really matter. I think we're just going to... Well, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Oh, they're just dead, actually. Okay. Please don't Mana Tithe me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that actually, that 1 extra damage they took off the, what is his name? Hazoret, really mattered. Okay, see you guys next round. All right, we're playing against Hojo Dojo. We get to go first. That's such bad news for our opponents. All right, you know what? Sometimes you just get hands, you know? What am I even doing here? Turn 1, 3/3. Turn 2... I mean, we're definitely doing something. I think it's just going to be turn 1 Stone Coil. Well, let me think about this, because what's my curve going to be like? Turn 1, I can Legionnaire as well. And then I can save, but Stone Coil's not going to get much bigger than this anyway. So I'm just going to make it 3/3 instead of a 3/1, because if I draw another land, we could sequence it P and Kieran into Sulfuric Vortex. Or Legionnaire Vortex. Like, yeah, I mean, this is why Mana Crypt in Mono Red is just so stupid. In a good way. Good for me. They ponder. So... trying to decide what I would rather have happen. P and Kieran, it depends on what I draw. If I draw Mox, we're just going to go Sulfuric Vortex Legionnaire. See how they kept. They chose to not shuffle. I mean, that could tell me a lot. It could tell me a little bit, right? They could have some combo they just found. Okay, let's... Yeah, we got to do this. Mana Crypt, Porcelain Legionnaire, paying 2 life. Eidolon of the Great Revel. Pretty good start. They can They're just done. I love it. I don't even get to see their deck, so there's no point in sideboarding. Oh, and that's why specifically Mana Crypt is better than Soul Ring in Mono Red. I couldn't have... Oh my gosh, this is so dirty. We're just gonna library it up now. Sounds good to me. Can I draw Mox? I mean, I guess I'm likely to hit one off library, but yeah, your opponent goes turn 1 kill you, turn 2 library on the draw. This is so mean. But yeah, Soul Ring couldn't have drawn that sequence. I guess I would have just had a 1 or 2/2 instead of a 3/3 dude. Draw a card. Ian Kieran, alright. Draw a land. Ooh, Stone Coil. Let's just play a 1/1 Stone Coil Serpent. Kind of feeling that. Kind of grooving on that one. And then we're just gonna win the Battle of Attrition off library, as long as they're like playing some like nonsense control deck and not some kind of combo. It's possible I'm supposed to library there because I could draw Mana Crypt or a Mox. But my opponent is end of turn brainstorming, so things are dire for them. They fetch tapped, okay. So what do we want to draw? I mean, Mana Crypt is very good. Conscripts, I mean, you don't really want too many more 5-drops. Or mountains. I guess we're just gonna play Abbot. Because I could hit Mana Crypt here as well, and that'd be quite good. Oh, if they counter this, that's even better. You want to counter this. Mox, Mana Crypt, Hellrider. That's unfortunate. But I can hit them for 1. And I guess just pass turn. I'm not gonna play anything off the Mox that I draw off the library. Oh, there's the Wasteland. Okay. I mean, they're down like 4 cards if they do this, but I'm okay with that. Oh, there's the Mox. Okay. This poor opponent. They're so far behind. So we get to go Mox Jet. Trigger Abbot. Play a land. I'm going to play a little bit off curve here to play Shrine around like Miscalc Spell Pierce. Just counter spells. Yeah, I'd much rather have them counter that than P and Kieran. Prowess, whatever. I have like a million cards in hand, so I think I am just going to Lightning Strike their face. And then attack for 6 damage. Because next turn they're going to play like, I don't know, Gideon, then I Zealous Conscripts the Gideon and ultimate him. So let's recap what Library of Alexandria did. I think it drew me 3 cards and then wastelanded my opponent. That's pretty good sequence. Are they dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They go to 1. If I play Zealous Conscripts, and then I just have Char, I think that's probably fine. I'm slightly weak to Daze in that spot. Okay, let's see you guys in the finals. All right, we are in the finals against Shoals Cubed. Ooh, we get to witness the power of Ancient Tomb here. Gonna keep this hand. We're gonna take a lot of damage, but we're also gonna draw Mana Crypt and play a 4/4 on turn 1, I believe. Okay, just a mountain. Yeah, we needed to play our hand. I'm taking extra damage by doing this, but a 2/2 on turn 1 is pretty good. Abbot of Carol Keep, there's like 2 cards I could hit, I guess, that would be good. Oh, Beaumont Courier I could also hit. So Beaumont Courier, Mox, Mana Crypt, I think that's it. But then we get to play Sulfuric Vortex and then Hazoret. These lands, having 4 lands with Hazoret is kind of awkward, but that's okay. They play land go, so we can... Oh, I wanted that last turn, but that's okay. We can hit them for 2. And given this, I think I'm going to play Porcelain Legionnaire. Taking a ton of damage, we don't really care. We're going to play our own Daze this way. They play Metalworker. Okay, so they're going to just play a big thing. I would like to draw a burn spell for that. Metalworker is a bit scary. Ian Kieran. So let's attack. Because I can't attack with Hazoret. 5. And let me think about what like the scariest things they could play. So the worst case scenario is Wormcoil Engine, at which point I have Sulfuric Vortex. The Trample Inkwell Leviathan, I guess, is pretty bad, but not a huge problem. I think I actually like having P and Kieran in play first. It empties my hand of things, and there's a lot of board states where I get 1/1 flyers and start attacking with those. It also gives me a kill spell for Metalworker or any other creatures they might play, because I can like sack Thopters to kill stuff. So I think this gives me the best play around, especially if they go like Lodestone Golem or I don't know. It's a big board. If I play Sulfuric Vortex and they play like the Inkwell Leviathan, you know, there could be a world where I don't want to have this in play because I have Ancient Tomb. Mentor? Okay. Oh, no. Well, I'm glad I have flyers. Gush. Okay. Is this like... is this some weird, like, Gush Metalworker Mentor Storm deck? Because that would be awesome. They only revealed Mindslaver. Okay, and a Time Walk. You know what? That's pretty good. Glad I did not... Well, I don't know. Sulfuric Vortex against Time Walk is pretty good, too. So that seems alright. If they attack with the monk... Oh, they don't do anything? Alright, that's not bad. And we draw a Lightning Strike. So I think I'm going to start by just killing the Mentor now. Yeah. Actually, hang on. Let me think about this. I can also just attack with everything. Yeah, let's... I don't need the land from Abbott. Let's just swing out, except with P and Kieran, and see what happens. Because now I have the ability to throw an artifact at something. So they're going to cast a spell here. Or they're just double chumping. Either one is fine with me. Okay. That's a weird block with the prowess, dude, but I'll take it. I'm going to kill both their dudes. Let's... I guess let's shoot the metal worker. Let's see what happens there. Sacrificing a Thopter. They reveal Mindslaver and they hold up a bunch of mana. They commit P and Kieran. That's fine. And then I Lightning Strike the Mentor. If they have Mana Tithe, I get got. Okay, that all dies. So they just have a 1/1 token at the end of this. And this goes second from the top. So next turn I can just Abbot of Carol Keep into stuff. And we know the only artifact in their hand is Mindslaver and they missed a land drop. Okay, land. Oh, that's quite good. Let's move to combat and see what happens. I'm not going to play Glorybringer yet. They take 4. And they Memory Deluge. Okay, so we trade. Probably could have played Glorybringer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could have threatened lethal with Glorybringer. And maybe I'm just supposed to do that. I pulled a 7, 6. Yeah, I think I'm going to 6 here. And just playing Abbott into Sulfuric Vortex. Here comes P and Kieran. Here comes Vortex. This protects myself against them looping Time Walks. Recall's a good start, though. Yeah, basically, the way I lose this game is if I play Glorybringer, they, like, Mana Tithe, then untap and, like, Snapcaster, Time Walk, something, you know, play a Planeswalker, go off. With Sulfuric Vortex, that's just kind of not possible. They also can't gain life. Which, like, another way they could lose is, I don't know, like, Tinker into Wormcoil, Time Walk, attack, or... Yeah, okay. Game down. Blue, white, they have a lot of artifacts. I just want removal. Oh, Darkbleed Daredevil. They have Ancestral Recall. Yeah, I want that for sure. And actually, I'm on the draw. I think I'm going to cut Thundermaw. I think Glorybringer does more against their scary draws like Metalworker. And I don't want to be too... this hand is a little slow, but I can't possibly mulligan this. Or even a Spectre, sure. I don't want to be too top-heavy, right? I don't want, like, all 5s in hand. They have Lotus Bloom? I don't know what's going on over there. Stone Coil, we can wait on. They don't attack. Alright, well, they played it properly, I guess. I'm hoping that this gets countered. That way I don't take 1,000,000 damage, but honestly it doesn't matter too much for me. Can we runes go? Fire Blast. So let's play the Rebel Man. Take some damage. Move to combat. They can flash them as Snapcaster Mage, I guess, but that's I'm fine with that. If they play literally nothing, that's even better. So they go down to 16. Did I mention that my best possible draw is Mana Crypt? That's just an always thing. Why is Relic... I guess, again, they need artifacts. Okay. Relic is so bad, though. Okay, can't play Hellrider. I will play a Goblin Guide. Just to pressure them more. Goblin Rabblemaster. Rabblemaster gets buffed by the Goblin Guide. They are drawing Faith's Fetters. That's good to know about. So they take 5. Do I want to play Stonecoil Serpent into a potential Wrath? No, I don't. I think that's how I lose this game. Because Fetters doesn't really do a whole lot. My hand is loaded. And they could just, well, triple black. Okay, is this Bolas's Citadel? Okay, Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Fair enough. I need a land. Oh, we're so close. Oh, no, I got it. Okay, here's the play. Ready? We swing out. We char our own creature. We're going to char the Rabble Man. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they die to Fire Blast. That'll do it. Char here. Beautiful. Then we Fire Blast them. All right, we did it. Any order. Unless they have like Dave's Force of Will. We got there. That was one of the cleanest 3-0, 6-0s I've ever had. Thank you guys for, well, actually, we trophied 3 in a row now. So trophy streak is back. I think I've legitimately done 8 drafts and trophied 5 of them. That's not bad. See you guys next time. Let's keep it going. If you made it this far into the video, you're clearly enjoying the content. So if you want to help support me being able to make more content, there's 2 ways to do it. The first is free and very easy. Just following me on Instagram. You get, to see cool stuff like this cat made out of trees or this dog that's an island. Some very interesting or trippy videos like this one, which it's not for everybody. The other one is just going to my store. I sell art like the ones I've shown. So there's a lot of cool stuff there. You can shop the collections and see things like this. I'm selling t-shirts. And I would really appreciate it. Thank you.